So they could have had the entire group go over,
Yeah.
and then whoever survived go back.
Yeah, I mean,
and because the one thing I did think about is when the Kraken actually arrives in the original film, it's pretty quick. It's like everything falls over. So of course in this film they did have to add the harpies. Coming around and chasing and grabbing the Medusa head, and then it's a chase around the city as it's getting destroyed by the monster, which, if I may point out, is like a video game in so many ways.
This is when the Bulk and Skull characters show up again, and one of the most convoluted moments in the entire film, because first off, these guys showed up at the group. They're like, no, we're great hunters. We know how to kill everything, which we never really see them do. So they go along, and I guess they steal a scorpion,
or they were given one.
Or it's just at some point the people decide they're not going to ride scorpions anymore, and then I don't think it's ever established that those two guys left. I mean, I kind of thought they died at some point.
Yeah, you can't tell who anyone is. They all look scruffy and weird, and they don't have.
We were trying to like determine who was who by like hairstyle. Like there's one guy who almost has a mohawk, and we thought he got killed, but then there's another guy who almost has a mohawk who shows up later. Like, didn't he die?
And I should point out they come back on the scorpion in the city.
That's the point. That's what I'm getting to.
Sorry.
We never found out how did they die? Did they leave? And then they show up randomly on a scorpion in the middle of the city, which means they took the scorpion to the city and were just kind of hanging out.
I meant they have the scorpion parked to the horse and horse while they're in the bar or something. It's like it's eating horses as
they're like showing it off to the ladies, like, hey ladies, we got a giant scorpion.
It's like,
hey, they're just
you want to race?
So they're on the scorpion in the middle of the city, just in time to take out one harpy.
Yeah, and they sort of pick through them like that, and then the Kraken gets rid of the other two, I think. Well, whatever.
I don't know. The Kraken, it's you kind of they decide to sacrifice the princess directly to the Kraken. Eventually, like the princess is all like, yeah, okay, this sucks. Just sacrifice me, and so they decide to, but it was never specified to sacrifice her directly to the Kraken, not to feed her to the Kraken.
I would have done it just to be. Well, I wouldn't have done it just to be safe. But if I was an evil bastard, I would have sacrificed her directly to the Kraken just to be safe.
Yeah, but the problem is the Kraken rises from the sea and tears up their shit before he even gets close to the princess.
Yeah. So, but I think maybe that was it. Like he was whatchamacallit, bad guy was. Why can't I remember the name? Hades.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was double crossing them or something, but I'm not sure.
It's just poorly established.
Everything's poorly established. That's part of the problem.
So they kill the Kraken, which causes it to fall apart and destroy the remaining 10% of the city.
Yeah.
Our initial thought was Perseus saves the princess, and we're thinking like, oh, here's my new girlfriend.
She's pretty. She's nice. Okay.
And then Zeus shows up and he's like, hey, you want to become a god? And Perseus is like, no. And like, okay, here's the old girlfriend for you. Like,
I mean, he was holding new girlfriend's hand.
Yeah.
At the end of what we thought was the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriend's like, the princess is like, you'd make a great king, and like, nah.
Based on what?
This guy throughout the film, this guy just wants the most bottom rung life possible. Damn it, I'm a fisherman. I'm not a god. I'm not a demigod. I'm not a king. I'm a fisherman. A warrior. I'm a fisherman, damn it.
And so I guess he's gonna fish off of his flying horse. Because he does take the flying horse.
He takes the flying horse.
And the sidekick female.
And his new maybe immortal girlfriend.
And his lightsaber.
And presumably a coin to give to the ferryman at the river Styx.
And his impenetrable leather
scorpion shield. And 2 buddies, and then they can ride their scorpion around whenever they want.
Do you think, Greg, that they were trying to set up for a sequel? Or do you think they were just trying to give him the happiest possible ending for an action movie?
Well, they did say that, Hades isn't dead or anything. They defeat Hades, but he's just back in the underworld biding his time.
Right, they didn't really establish... I mean, you kind of figured, okay, he's beat, but basically to fight Hades... Oh, and of course, long battle with the Kraken, short battle with Hades. He lifts his lightsaber up. It flashes lightning. He throws it while the lightning's going, and he just gets kicked into the... Hades gets kicked into the water, and assumably back to the underworld.
Yeah, they established that like the powers between Hades and the Kraken were linked, and this would be they really established that when you defeat the Kraken, you can deliver the death blow to Hades.
Right.
And he delivers the death blow to Hades, but he's not dead.
Which kind of makes sense because they also make him... They make Hades death for all intents and purposes because in Greek mythology he's just a watcher of dead people.
Yeah. Except the river Styx doesn't lead to hell.
Right.
It's just a sucky river.
I guess.
That just a normal part of the geography. Called Styx, I guess, that you can just fly over.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we covered all the main points here.
Yeah.
So yes, not a good movie. Not a good movie in a very kind of typical stupid summer action film way. If you're gonna watch this with friends. Try to make each other giggle.
Yeah.
That's worth a rental. But otherwise, no.
Yeah. It'll frustrate you if you watch it alone.
Yes, it'll hurt. Clash of the Titans sucks. So, okay, I'm Greg.
I'm Victor.
And this was our review of the new Clash of the Titans. See you later.